Joining us now, Jennifer Styers. She's a dating and relationship expert, and she's here to get you ready for this Sunday, which is like the Super Bowl. It's like the biggest online dating day of the year. Jennifer, welcome.
Well, thanks for having me. I know this is crazy times for dating and finding love, and everybody's excited, so that's a good thing. That's always a great thing at the beginning of the year.
Well, listen, Jennifer, from TikTok to Facebook to every online platform, someone's giving some type of dating advice. Why are you a dating expert? Why can we trust the advice that you're about to give us?
What a great question, because you hear a lot of bad dating advice from people, and the worst kind of advice you want to take is from a friend who's been tainted or hasn't been doing this and isn't objective. I've been doing this for 30 years. My goal with giving advice is to help people to really be honest, like painfully honest sometimes, and tell them what they're doing right, tell them what they're doing wrong so they can fix it. And oftentimes when people fix one little thing, sometimes it's a tweak, and what they're doing to find love or to change themselves, it changes everything and they actually find love. So it's super important that you get the right advice.
And thank you. So 30 years of doing something is a long time. I definitely could see you as an expert in that. And so much so that you've actually taken all of your knowledge and now you have your own dating app, which is not a traditional type of dating app. It's called Lovey. Can you explain to us how it works?
Well, it's Loveability. We launched last year as Lovey, and we redid the app. So when we redid the app, I decided to rename the app just because we just recreated it. But it's a matchmaking app. So instead of swiping, which the swipe is so out right now, everybody's sick of swiping.
It's like doom scrolling because you keep going. And sometimes accidentally I've like swiped left and I'm like, oh wait, I kind of like that match.
It's going too fast, right? I know I've seen you guys swipe, but it's all face oriented and looks oriented, and love is more about who we are, what we value, what our lifestyle's like. And so I took my years of giving people dating advice from online dating apps, and I built an app that was a matchmaking app that's more like what I do for a living in matchmaking, and help people select the right people. Because when the right people are in front of you and you're choosing from the right people, it makes a world of difference to go on a date with somebody of quality, that somebody you have commonalities with, and that you can have a conversation with, just instead of somebody that filtered their picture or isn't who they said they were, or you have nothing in common with. Yeah, exactly. Well, there's so much of that, right? There's so much of that too. And there's so much opportunity for that. And this app that we've created is supposed to go away with all of that. And we have a no chat function on here too. You know how you guys, some of you that get on these swipe apps, you get on there, you meet somebody, and they're like, "Let's go out," then you never hear from them, or they ghost you. Well, this is a no ghost app. You go straight to the date. You make a date right on there after you connected. So I love that it takes away all the junk, all the games.
I like that too. Like you said, it's based off of not looks, but also like the substance of a person. But this is a great opportunity to use technology to help us find love. But so what are some of the do's and don'ts of creating dating profiles? I would say maybe a don't is don't use somebody else's picture or don't put all those filters on there.
Exactly. Because that person's going to meet you, right? You got to keep that in mind, and you want them to be excited, not disappointed. So you want to look better than your picture. But with pictures, if you are using a swipe app, you get one chance. You get one opportunity, and you get seconds to have that opportunity. So your picture needs to be visible. It needs to be your face, some type of close-up, and something that is not of the ordinary that's going to get somebody's attention. So if you were to maybe have a bright outfit on, or you were to be at a sporting event or something like that, or doing something unusual, that's the kind of picture you want to use, because it's going to stand out. It's going to catch somebody's attention.
What is something to just not do? Like, do not do this. Will not give you any great results.
Okay, two things I can think of. Well, three things: no filters, and no sunglasses in your picture, because people want to see your eyes, and they are the windows to the soul. So you want to show your eyes, and no bathroom selfies. I mean, that is, guys, keep your shirts on. Keep your shirts on. It's great if you have a great body under there, but we want to unwrap it also. So no bathroom selfies or gym selfies.
Okay, what about the bio part? Because I feel like the bio part kills a lot of people too, because like they say like crazy things in there.
Well, some of those apps prompt you to say crazy things, which I've seen. So, yeah, nothing crazy, but do stay unique. And the body of your paragraph, your bio per se, shouldn't be some long bio, and it should be something short that gets people's attention and shows them a snapshot of who you are. Because all they've got is a picture. So, any descriptive words you can describe yourself that would give people an idea or an energy of who you are is great.
Okay, mine just says, if you're married, leave me alone. That's what mine says right now. So maybe I'll like consider changing it up a little bit. But I heard that pets kind of can make you look like a more desirable partner if you have a pet in your photo. Is that true?
Pets are great. Any kind of pet, sporting event, anything like that. There are pictures with girls with baseball caps on, or you're rock climbing, or you're doing something cool. Those are great for anything that shows your interests. And yeah, pets are always great for pet lovers. And I will say something as being an animal lover, I'm going to be drawn to somebody that's got an animal in their picture because I love animals, and the animal's probably going to get my attention before the person, but it does get attention because it's different. So I think it's a great idea.
And it touches on like what you were talking about, like compatibility being important. Because if I have a cat, if you hate cats or you're allergic to cats, it's probably not something that's going to work. So, I know this might be a tough question here, but what would you say is the biggest mistake that people are making when it comes to dating? I know you probably have more than one, but if you can maybe give us one or two.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you the number one mistake people make, undoubtedly, is that they don't choose the right people. We're choosing off of superficiality, we're choosing off of patterns, and we need to try something new. If I could just encourage people this year, try to go out with people you haven't been out with before. Because if you've been single a long time, there's a reason you're single. You're not choosing the right people. And it's all about the choice. And I know this as a matchmaker because I can tell you the people that are married are the people that will tell me, even before they go on the date, ooh, that's not my type. That person's not my type, but I'm going to go out with this.
And people tell the story. Yeah, I've heard this before. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll say, "I'll do it because I trust you," and then the next thing I know, they're getting married. So those are the best connections. Are people you wouldn't normally choose. So try that this year, and don't make prejudgments on things. That would be the second thing that's super important. You go on a date and you can't read that person. Don't make assumptions like, oh, they haven't called me yet, or they didn't ask me out on a second date, so they're not interested in me, or I said the wrong thing and they looked at me funny, so I know they don't like me anymore. We do that, especially women get all in their heads, and we don't want to do that because it actually changes the narrative, and we can actually talk ourselves out of somebody. And I know from being on both ends of the date, a woman or a man could leave a date, think they left a certain impression or something happened, and then it's not true. I'll talk to the other one, they're like, they were great, I can't wait to see them again. And they've already talked themselves out of it. So super important not to prejudge and get in your head.
Jennifer, those are awesome tips. Thank you so much for these tips